shot to tie the game up or to make a winning free throw. And that young man stepped up there and made three. Going to give the Tigers a chance to go in overtime. This is good experience early in the year. You want to win this game, but you want to be able to execute offensively down the stretch.
What's up, YouTube?
Rebound is going to be really important in this overtime as well.
I'm going to try to turn the broadcast volume down so you don't have to listen to it too much.
With a half second to go, just inside midcourt, Ontario Morris put up a three. Foul was called, and he stepped to the free throw line, worked around an Auburn timeout, and knocked home all three free throws. So Auburn went to overtime against Oklahoma State in the exhibition opener, lost that one, and now we go to overtime in the season opener tonight.
This is bad, YouTube. No easy way around it here. Cannot believe they fouled that. Just brutal. Jackson, how are you in here and not on the podcast? Come on, man.
The women needed overtime, and they were convincing in their overtime to get the win for Larry Vickers in his debut in Charlotte. Trying to do the same thing.
Oh, Tucker Robinson, good to see you, man. Yeah, this is not going to go well. God, can't believe Tahad is missing a three. I'm going to turn the radio broadcast off because right now the ESPN website is actually ahead of the game. How does Artenio Morris miss that one? That's unreal. Oh, but don't worry. They got the rebound. God, we are so soft. We don't deserve this game. We don't deserve this game. I don't even know how to deal with this, man. Genuinely, I don't. All right. Keyshawn Hall wants it. Oh, and the foul. Let's go, Keyshawn. Let's go. Yeah, we got a few folks in here now. Hop in the chat, man. Hop in the chat and talk about how insane this is for poor Steven. Oh, thank God for the big guard, huh? All right. Bethune-Cookman making some subs. Wait, is that 5 on Bland? God, I hope that's 5 on Bland. We'll go to the box score here. They had a couple of guys before. That's 5 on Bland. All right, Bland's out. Bland's out. Oh, and Keyshawn makes the free throw. Let's go. Okay. Just lock in, play defense. At this point, just win, man. Just win. We cannot afford this kind of loss. It's tough. It's tough, YouTube. Tucker, we are glad you're here. Ah, they made it. They made a shot. I don't know what, because my feed hasn't refreshed yet. Danielle Rousson, man. Bethune-Cookman's got a lot of seniors, man. They went out and got a bunch of transfers in the portal. A lot of their roster is turned over. It's hard out here. It's hard when your best player is 2 for 9 from deep. Todd Pettiford is 3 of 12 from the field. All right, Quinn Head gets a foul. Who's going to the line? Man, we cannot lose to the SWAC at home in the first game. Ugh. This is brutal, man. This is brutal to watch. I'm glad you're here with us. Thank God for Keyshawn Hall. Woo! Makes one. Razorback fan. AR Sports Media, what are you even doing in here? Do you listen to the podcast? If you don't listen to the podcast, get out of here, man. Keyshawn Hall makes the second free throw. Listen, Keyshawn Hall down the stretch has been clutch with the free throws. I will give him that. He has not been perfect tonight, but he has been good enough. 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from deep. He's got 26 points to lead all scorers. We need some defense, man. Turnover. Kevin Overton. I'm sorry. Kevin Overton is my MVP. Chat, you can try to fight me on this. Kevin Overton's steals have been so huge in this game, and he makes the layup. That's Auburn up 3, 88-85 with 3 minutes to go. Lock in. Tigers got to lock in here. All right. AR Sports Media 10. Listen, I'm not mad you're here, but you got to know Arkansas fans have had a great basketball team for a long time, and they love to dunk on Auburn because we're finally good now. But I appreciate you being here. Oh, your YouTube TV isn't working. It is not great. It is definitely not great. Tucker, you're right. I love a free throw. Thank you. Thank you for being here to appreciate this moment. Whew. Seneca Willoughby turnover. Todd Pettiford steal. Come on, Todd. We need 2 more. 2 more to make it a 2-possession game. That's all we need. Nothing crazy. Just 2 points. And kill some effing clock. Jeez Louise. The top 2 scorers for Bethune-Cookman, 8 of 14 from the field and 8 of 12 from the field. I mean, some of that's got to be the scheme, but these boys are playing lights out. You gotta hand it to the Wildcats, man. They're not afraid. They're trying to win their conference. They've been projected to win their conference, which doesn't mean a lot. But remember, Alabama State made the NCAA tournament last year, winning the SWAC tournament. So there's an unfortunate universe where we see these guys again. I really hope it is not that. Ugh. All right. I guess we took a timeout. I don't see anything about a foul here after the Todd Pettiford steal. I might have to turn the radio broadcast back on again, see where we're at. YouTube, thank you for your patience. None of this is going to make the podcast, so you are absolutely here for it. There's a foul.
56 points. 2 more free throws for Keyshawn. Auburn leads it by 3.
Oh, Keyshawn Hall's back at the line. He makes 1. He makes 2. Let's go, Keyshawn Hall. All right, Kevin Overton was going to be my MVP. That's tough. Gosh, Keyshawn Hall is just incredible. I'm tired of overtime, bro. Seneca Willoughby turnover. That's what I'm talking about. Andy, I love you. I got to turn you off. You're not up. You're not up with us. Elijah Freeman with the steal. Let's go. Tigers are up 5. That's clear 2 possessions. Just a couple of points here. Put it out of reach. Ooh, Keyshawn Hall missed the layup. Oh, fuck. They got the rebound. Okay. YouTube, you didn't hear that. Oh, what happened? Now we only got 3 watching? Y'all hurting my soul. Oh, and they made the 3-pointer. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that is brutal, man. I mean, they are just shooting the lights out from 3 tonight. I don't even know how to wrap my head around this. Bethune-Cookman is 12 of 21 from 3. They're shooting almost 60%. Like, Steven, you're the defensive guy. You're supposed to have them getting run off the line, man. Who had the scout for this game? Todd Pettiford made layup. There we go. And the foul. Let's go. Oh, Todd, you better hit from the line tonight. Todd Pettiford has not been great tonight. He's 0 of 2 from the free throw line. He's 2 of 9 from deep. I mean, we were expecting him to be the guy that led this team. But he makes the free throw here. Auburn is back up 5 with a minute to go. Tucker, it is just you and me, and I think the Arkansas man. I think that's all that's watching this one. Oh, this is bad, y'all. I'm glad I don't have to be at work early tomorrow. That's all I got to say about this game. Holy cow. Whew, 50 seconds left. Up 5. Todd Pettiford with the block. Keyshawn Hall with the defensive rebound. And then immediate turnover. God, we just cannot put this team away. Just win, man. Just win. It's college basketball. Rankings don't matter. Wins. Wins are the only thing that matters. You just got to hold on. Foul on Keyshawn Hall. Please tell me it wasn't on a three-pointer. It better have been on the floor. Always foul up 3 late. Definitely foul up 5 late. Make them send you to the line with 40 seconds to go. Trust Stephen Pearl and Mike Burgomaster's out of bounds play. That's all I can say about that. We got 4 in here now. YouTube, I'm sorry. You're getting the worst of this. I hope YouTube comes back and watches this one later because this is going to be a hilarious broadcast. 40 seconds to go, up 5. I mean, look. We used to pray for times like these. You want your guys to face adversity early so they don't get punched in the mouth late and not know how to respond. Bethune-Cookman was not afraid of the Auburn Tigers. They were not afraid of Neville Arena in game 1. They came in here. They shot the lights out. They fought hard. I think they beat us in turnovers. They definitely beat us in blocks. It's not even close in blocks. Let's look at the blocks tonight. 8 blocks for Bethune-Cookman. 4 for your Auburn Tigers. We're not just undersized, man. We are down bad. And once again, we have failed to put together a team that knows how to shoot the 3. We're 26% from deep. 6 of 23. But worse than that, we're only shooting 71% from the charity stripe. And that number would be even worse without Keyshawn Hall, who is 16 of 18 from the line tonight. He's going to have to be the man. Because we thought Todd Pettiford in his sophomore season could be the man. That's not him. He is not him. At least he's not been through the preseason. We didn't see it against the first 2 games. We're not seeing it tonight. Todd Pettiford's stroke, I don't know what's wrong with it, but it is not there. The good news is 5 assists tonight. He's starting to find out how to work his way through this offense. He's got a steal. He's got a block late. He hasn't stopped fighting. And that's what you want to see from your leader. But we need shooters. We need shooters. We need guys that can make outside shots. And we wanted that to be Tahad tonight. It is not him. Tahad is 5th in scoring behind 28 from Keyshawn Hall, 17 from Keyshawn Murphy, 15 from the freshman Sebastian William Adams, and 13 from Kevin Overton, who absolutely came alive at the end of this game. No matter what you have to say about this game and about the way Kevin Overton started it, Kevin Overton has finished this game like a freaking senior, man. What a great portal grab by Stephen Pearl and the Auburn Tigers. Kevin Overton, we needed you here, my man. We're down to 2 watching. Looks like the AR Sports Media has left us here. I think it's just you and me, Tucker. Jackson's definitely left us. He doesn't want to watch us lose a game here. All right, I don't know what's happening. Bethune-Cookman took a timeout, and now we've got no update. So I'm going to turn Andy back on. This game started almost 4 hours ago. All right. We're caught up finally. Quentin Headley make both of them. He's part of the brother duo. He's the leading scorer for Bethune-Cookman. They're only down 3. You're going to have to make some plays, man. You're going to have to score. They're going to foul. You're going to have to make your freaking free throws. 71% is not good enough Elijah Freeman misses the layup. He gets the offensive rebound. He makes the 2-point tip. Elijah Freeman, our player to watch tonight. Oh, boy, do we need that. Quentin Healy misses the three-pointer. Elijah Freeman defensive rebound. That should be your ball game. 90-95. Oh, whoa, no. We are not in great shape, sports fans. But we're going to go live. We're going to try to talk about it. Auburn survives some crazy how. Oi, 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 oi. See, this is the worst part is now I'm not going to be able to check the game, work on the graphic, and also do the podcast because I'm here by myself. So, bad news. Y'all are just going to have to lock in. Same as me, baby. Just win. Sometimes that's all that matters, YouTube. Am I right? We got 4 people in here now. That'll do. All right, sports fans, welcome back to Auburn basketball. We finally made it out of the preseason. This time it's for real. And all Auburn did was take overtime to beat SWAC favorite Bethune-Cookman at home in Neville Arena, 95-90. Holy cow. We were sweating this one all the way through. YouTube, if you've been here, YouTube has been here for a minute because I started the stream right before overtime hit. Bethune-Cookman got fouled on a three-pointer late and made all 3 free throws to take us to overtime. And there is nothing more emblematic of how this game went. Bethune-Cookman, as I said, was favored to win the SWAC, and they just refused to go away all night. They forced overtime. Thankfully, Auburn was able to take care of business and survive to keep Stephen Pearl's record perfect at 2-0 as head coach of the Auburn Tigers with a 5-point win. Whew, folks, I don't even know where to begin on this breakdown. This is one of those games where I feel like you crumple up the film and throw it away. I mean, Bethune-Cookman absolutely shot the lights out. They finished 12 of 22 from deep. That's good for 54.5% from 3. They shot 50% from the field. They got up 69 shots overall to Auburn's 66. They out-blocked us tonight, even though they were the undersized team. Bethune-Cookman finished with 8 blocks to our 4 blocks. They were aggressive on the steals. They matched us. We got 9. They finished with 8. Their assist game off the charts, 17-14. The only place you can really see our size advantage is in the rebound column, which we won 40-33 in addition to winning that final scoring column. Whew. There is not going to be a lot that you can take from this game, folks, except that once again, Keyshawn Hall is absolutely as advertised. Keyshawn Hall finished with 28 points tonight. He was 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from deep, but most importantly, 16 of 18 from the free throw line. During a game in which Auburn shot 71% from the charity stripe. Those are just unacceptable numbers. Ferg on his Twitter feed says that we are definitely practicing free throws in practice. I find it a little hard to believe. I'm going to hope that sharing my ESPN screen doesn't get us blocked here on YouTube. We'll see if Ferg got the box score. That's actually a good idea. Let's check. Ferg, shout out. We love you. Come on the pod. Just kidding. We know that the Auburn Opelika Observer has plenty of its own pod work to do. Listen to us as soon as you are done listening to the Auburn Observer podcast. All right, here we go. Let's make sure that we're sharing the right screen here. The Ferg stats don't have any crazy videos playing on the side that we're about getting us DMCA'd on YouTube. Sorry, folks, you're just dealing with Ben. It's a little bit challenging to make sure that we get all of the stuff here available for you to look at. But check the screen, folks. 55% from deep for Bethune-Cookman, 26% from Auburn, 89% at the free throw line from Bethune-Cookman, only 71% from Auburn. But Auburn also shot nearly 30 more free throws than Bethune-Cookman did. Bethune-Cookman was 8 of 9 from the line. Auburn finished 27 of 38 from the line. We lost the turnover battle 13-11. We lost the points off turnover battle 18-16. We won rebounding, as I said, but we lost defensive rebounding, 26-25. There is so much, so much that we're gonna have to clean up from this game. But let me rewind. You don't come to the Jungle Auburn podcast to hear us poo-poo and bring the rain cloud. If you watch the game tonight, the rain cloud is already there. Let's talk about what went right. And as I said, that starts with Keyshawn Hall, the big guard, number 7 in the program, number 1 in our hearts. 5 rebounds, only 1 assist for him, but only 2 personal fouls tonight, and that's big. The way that Keyshawn Hall plays aggressive, Bruce Pearl, Stephen Pearl style defense, being active with his hands. He got 1 quick foul early in the game, I think within the first 2 minutes, and it was nice to see him be able to lock in and not pick up too many other fouls. But I think that might have been part of the reason why our 3-point defense was just so abysmal tonight. The hard part to watch in his game, 4 turnovers. And that's the reason why Keyshawn Hall is not my MVP in this game. Those 4 turnovers were brutal. They came at brutal times in this game, and we just need more leadership. I don't know where it's going to come from on the floor tonight. It's got to come from somewhere in the complete game. We got scoring from Keyshawn Hall. We got assists from Tahad Pettiford. We got rebounds and putbacks from Keyshawn Murphy. We got leadership from no one. Wait, I might be amiss here. We've got leadership from someone in the podcast. By goodness, is that Jackson Danger Garrett's music?
War Eagle! If we had lost, there was no way I was coming on, but we won. So here I am. I got to cheer on the Stephen Pearl air, friend of the pod, getting his first or second win, right? He's got a second win now.
That's his second win. He's 2-0, baby.
I don't know who any of these players are. I know you got the preview episode with before, so I learned some stuff. I know who Todd Pettiford is. He did all right. Keyshawn Hall, that's nice. He's probably new, 28 points. I enjoyed that.
Well, look, Jackson, go back and listen to our season preview episode with Ike Jones from the War Report podcast. It's going to introduce you to a lot of these players. Probably the best new guy game that we had tonight was from the true freshman, Sebastian Williams Adams. 15 points, 5 of 8 from the field. He was only 4 of 8 from the charity stripe, but boy, when we needed those shots down the stretch, he finally started hitting his free throws.
True freshman, that's crazy. That goes against everything I would have thought. I think in this new era where you're turning over the roster completely, pretty much, that you're going to have a lot of players get their bumps in, like in the smaller teams, then you pick them up. I was thinking this is a bad era for true freshmen, but hey, first game in.
No, great era for him. And he's the only true freshman that really showed up. I mean, look at the minutes column here. If you can see on the screen share there, we got Ferg's box stats up here. 29 minutes for Sebastian Williams Adams. 38 minutes from Tahad Pettiford. Tahad Pettiford played nearly the whole game, and I can barely describe his impact beyond his assist game that he had early going on. Keyshawn Murphy led us in rebounds tonight with 8. He played 20 minutes, so he played about half the game. He was 8 of 9 from the floor, but we expected Keyshawn Murphy to have a big game. Bethune-Cookman came in here undersized. They started a 6'8" guy at their 5. So Keyshawn Murphy feasting. Listen, full credit to him. He's a savvy senior, but that's the kind of game we expect from him in these circumstances. 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, playing that big center position that we have a massive hole from losing Janai Broom and Dylan Cardwell.
They were saying Bethune-Cookman is highly favored in the SWAC. You run into some of these kind of teams every once in a while. Do we know if they're like a veteran team that stuck around? We're like a completely overall team. It's like playing an all-star team. And you're going to lose sometimes to teams that are like disciplined and know each other a lot better. It felt like at times, I mean, I was only half watching, but it felt like an all-star team a bit. I know we've had plenty of practices together, but these are brand new players, and it's going to be weird in this out of conference, man. Like, I mean, I know that a lot of teams are putting up with the same kind of thing, but we haven't been used to this as Auburn fans. Brand new coach, first time in a long time, whole team turnover. It's going to take time to figure out what this team is. I'm not going to put any expectations on, even if we had lost, until SEC play.
Well, look, Seneca Willoughby, he's a returning starter. Obviously, you have the Heedy brothers playing for Bethune-Cookman that coming back and playing together for the first time. But again, you talk about this transfer portal era. Bethune-Cookman was 14-17 last year. Not a great team. They turned over a lot of their roster. They went out and got guys who were looking for minutes. And you look at the top end of their roster, 37 minutes, 29, 33. They went out and got a bunch of seniors that are ready to play and are trying to put some stuff on tape to continue playing professionally. There's a reason Bethune-Cookman is favored to win the SWAC, And Jackson, you weren't here earlier, but we talked about Auburn had to play the SWAC champion in the NCAA tournament last year. Alabama State won that play-in game and made it to the round of 64. So there's a universe in which we have to see this team again, and they give us just as much fight as they did tonight. But Jackson, I don't know how much of the game you got to listen to or the game you got to watch. And wait a second, who could that be? Is it the man, the myth, the legend? Is Matt Donaldson on the podcast?
Oh, what in the world? What is
Let's
going on?
go.
Not
Everyone's
Matt
supposed to be-
Donaldson. Even better.
Even
Oh, wait, hang on. We're all signed
it's
in on Matt
Ryan,
Donaldson's
Storm,
Zoom.
and Norman. Wow. I mean, we're happy to see you too, Ryan.
I mean, look, it's fine. It's whatever. I understand my role here. But as the guy who was on the sidelines, I figured I'd need to come and say a few things.
Wait,
What'd
hang
you
on.
see out there in person
Wait,
with your
hang
real
on.
two eyes?
Before we get into the breakdown, we on the Jungle Auburn podcast, we always do MVP first. And I got to tell you boys right now, Jackson, I don't know how much of the game you got to watch. I know that Ryan got to watch it all in person.
Ryan.
I'm going to tell you right now, Keyshawn Hall filled up the box score, but Kevin Overton, the senior transfer, saved this game for us with his steals, with his rebounds, and with his shot making at the end of the game.
Yeah,
I have no.
I was going to go with, KO had that shot at the end, and then he had some great plays in OT. I mean, if you want to go kind of a closeout, I mean, yes, Keyshawn Hall is kind of going to be the guy that's going to get the ball at the end of the game. He filled the stat sheet, but he also had some moments where he just could not take care of the ball. And I know the turnovers are going to say one number, but there were multiple moments. So KO, I mean, let's give it to him. I mean, the fact that he rose to the occasion there at the end was huge.
3 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 of 11 from the field. He had 2 rebounds that were huge at the end of that game. And the steals for me were what made it. In a game in which we lost the turnover battle to an undersized team 13-11, Kevin Overton's play at the end of that game, I don't think we win this game without him.
Yeah.
Jackson, what are your thoughts?
I have zero opinion. I was working the entire time watching that, but I just had to hop on and wish you guys a happy start to the season. You're probably not going to see me and Matt much this season, but I'm going to hop on when I can. I still love Auburn basketball. I'm just very, very busy, and I know everybody else is as well. So War Eagle, great to start with a win no matter what we get, because a full team turnover, a brand new coach, even though he's been on the staff and he's got the last name Pearl, any kind of win right now is huge. And don't judge this team until we get to SEC play, because it's going to be a wild ride to figure out this team. And that's all this out of conference is going to be, is figuring it out and enjoying the fact that we get to watch Auburn basketball.
You know, I will say that's a great point, because although there was a lot of angst and anxiousness within the stands tonight, you could feel like no one ever left, which I thought was pretty impressive. That, you know, on a school night, you know, whatever, there almost was a sense of like patience. Like, I think everyone understands the project that we have in front of us, and so there was a sense of patience, but there was a sense of, okay, all right, enough messing around. Let's turn this thing on. And you could really feel that shift in the second half. At one point, Ira Bowman got to the huddle in the under 4 and literally screamed, "You guys think you could play in the SEC? I need to see you right now. Show me that." Like, it got into it, and that was like, it was weird. The feeling in the building was weird, because you sit there and you wonder, like, I wanted to see Stevens show some life, right? I wanted to see him yell, "Wake up, wake up." Because I feel like with Bruce on the sideline, we would have heard that. And I know all season we're going to be comparing Bruce here, Bruce there. But, like, this was a game I could tell from the beginning these players went out and just whooped Memphis, absolutely whooped Memphis, and they thought they were going to come and show up and just play normal and beat Bethune. And Bethune, give them credit, man. They ran some really good stuff. They hit shots. They're gonna make the tournament this year. I guarantee it. They will win the SWAC and make the tournament. They're a good team.
That's a Ryan Norman guarantee.
Yes, that is a guarantee. They're like Texas Southern from a few years ago, like always consistent. But man, it's there are a lot of concerning things.
I gotta go. War Eagle.
War Eagle
Love you
Jackson.
guys. See ya.
Good to see you. Ryan, thanks for hopping in late. Matt Donaldson is not joining us tonight, but he wanted to pop into the chat and remind us the non-conference home winning streak is still intact. And ladies, gentlemen, MBs, that streak now stands at 60 games in a row, non-conference wins at Neville Arena, even though this time it took overtime. Thank freaking goodness.
Yeah, that's good. It's
We got
true.
pocket.
And look, I mean,
oh, go ahead, Ryan.
no, I was gonna say I'm really glad that we won that game because I just could feel a turning of a shift of the tide in the sense of like Steven, he had to win that game, man. He had to win it, and I'm glad he got it.
I mean, look, Ryan,
monkeys off the back.
Yeah, you remember what BP used to say about the NCAA tournament, right? The first one is the hardest one. I think Bethune-Cookman came in there. They saw Neville Arena not fully packed, and they had a bunch of guys that have played a lot of basketball, and they said, I think we can win this one. And, give them credit, man. They gave us everything they had. And Steven, I'm sure, was feeling some of the pressure, as were the other coaches. Obviously, you heard Ryan talking about how Ira jumped in there. Monkeys off the back, man. Stephen Pearl 1-0 as the true head coach of the Auburn Tigers. Ryan, you got anything else you want to add before you get out of here tonight?
Yeah, you definitely could see that this team has to grow up fast, like real fast. There were a lot of guys. This is their first time at this level. This first time at having roles on this type of team, and they could not hold onto the ball. What's kind of concerning to me is that we had to play zone a lot. We had to. It's almost like our man defense is not there, and so we had to jump the zone a lot, and they picked it apart, and they took advantage of it, and we just kind of looked a little lost on defense, which for a brand new team, that's going to be what probably comes last, and I think we got to be patient on that. But that's concerning, and just our physicality, you get kind of start to see it come along in the second half and in overtime, but it's almost like some of these guys are a year or two away. Like Elijah Freeman, you get to see that like he has what it takes to get to there, but his physicality, like he needs like another year in the weight room. I thought, there's a lot of things that I think we could take away as positives, but there's a lot, that's got to be worked on. And look, we got Houston in less than 2 weeks. We got to give them time, man. But that's going to be an interesting one in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, hey, listen, you're not wrong, but listen, Florida went basically on the road to play against Arizona tonight in a neutral site game on the West Coast, and they lost by 6. Now, Arizona's a ranked team. They're currently ranked 13th. Auburn's going to have to play them in Tucson this year. We're not going to look too far ahead on the schedule, but this is how early game basketball goes when you got a brand new team here. And Florida was returning a lot more talent than Auburn was. So I think Ryan getting on here and preaching patience, that's valuable, man. That's going to be the only way we survive this season.
I mean, I think I forgot to turn in my expectations for the year, but my expectation is you just got to make the tournament. You got to figure out a way to string wins together and make this tournament, because we were spoiled by two of the best Auburn basketball teams that we've ever seen here the past couple of years, especially the one last year. So, the going from that to this, it's definitely eye-opening for people who aren't used to it. But Keyshawn Murphy is definitely not healthy. Like you could tell, sitting right behind the bench, you could tell he was in a lot of pain. And
only 20 minutes
I think
played tonight.
Yeah, and they were tough. They were tough minutes. You could see him really hobbling out there, and he had to go get worked on throughout the game. Jovic, it's going to take him a while to kind of find his game in this high-level type of basketball. You could see he's got it, but the game is really fast with Tim right now. You can kind of see it in his eyes, just with where he needed to be, the people swatting at him, swatting at his hands. He's going to be kind of a work in progress throughout the year. But I like the pieces we got. It's going to take a while for it all to come together and to really learn to play as a team, to really find our shot, to really find our place defensively, and it's I'm glad we got the win. I'll just say that much.
Ryan, I'm right there with you, man. All that matters is that you don't lose these kinds of games. However, you got to scrape to the win. As long as you keep that goose egg in the quad 4 column, that is.
I don't know if people remember, but there was a game probably 8 years ago. I think it was the 2017-2018 season. I can't remember when we won the SEC championship, but Texas Southern, a SWAC team, took us to OT. This is not the first time this has happened. Those teams are usually veteran led, usually well put together. They play with a lot of physicality, and they got us on a good night. And you could tell from the very beginning that they had a game plan and they stuck to it. And they hit open shots and they took advantage of us trying to figure out things on defense. And get this coaching staff credit. Like I think they're trying to figure things out too. They're trying to figure out rotations, and those type of scrimmage games are great for this. But when the home crowd's there, when they're expecting a dub, when they're expecting things, you could tell there was a lot of jitters involved tonight from guys who had not played this level before. Caden Magwood, for example, the lights were really bright for him tonight. I don't think that's indicative of the player that he is, but the lights were bright and the game was fast. And so then the game's going to be fast for a lot of these guys at the beginning of the year. We got to rely on those guys like Todd, like Keyshawn Hall, like Kevin Overton to really carry this team forward and help bring those guys along, or it's going to be a long year,
I absolutely agree. You're right. It's great to have those big senior transfers coming in that want to win. And you could tell it just mattered more to them. You look at our stats in overtime, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. We only had 1 turnover to Bethune-Cookman's 3 turnovers. We held them to 1 of 3 from deep after they shot the lights out in regulation. 3 of 6 from the field. Auburn finished 4 of 7. 1 basket more. Sometimes that's all it takes, man. Sometimes that is all it takes.
You could hear where I was sitting. Steven was so frustrated and trying to coach the guys in the game because like I mentioned, I feel like they kind of came out here expecting to kind of roll through this a little bit, and preaching, get a hand up, recognize the shooter, all this stuff, and like it was the simple things that kept Bethune in the game. And I think that's going to get. Of course, it's a new coach, but same staff. Like you have to feel like they're going to clean that up at some point. But there was a lot of just simple things that you can't tell if it's just pregame jitters early in the year, trying to get everyone's legs under them. And Bethune just looked ready and up to the challenge, and our guys didn't for a lot of the game. And so you just got to think that stuff's going to click at some point. That's got to be the hope here.
Ryan, you're right. You can't tell, but you know what? I choose to believe. War Eagle Ryan, thank you for jumping in with us late. We really appreciate it, man. Shout out Jackson for jumping in with us here on a little bit of the broadcast. Shout out Matt for sending the text late. We appreciate you. That is it for the Jungle Auburn podcast tonight. Your Auburn Tigers under Stephen Pearl, 1-0. Any way you can get there. War Eagle, everybody. Whoo! We made it. You too. Oh, Ryan, you're still here. Hold on.
I just said perfect timing. I pulled in the house, so that was great.
Listen, man, get home, hug them kids, hug your wife. You know what? They're never going to be too soft inside for you.
Oh, dude, they're already asleep. I'm good.
Heck yeah.
That was interesting.
At the very least, I feel like we learned a lot. I don't know if there's anything else good to say about it beyond that. We learned a lot. I think these guys are going to have a new appreciation for just how hard this is going to be. Because you're right. I think a lot of them thought some of these games were going to be able to take for granted.
Yeah. You can just – it's so interesting watching it from to like being so close and just like seeing the people's body language and the speed of the game. And I truly think that – but the concerning part is that the non-conference schedule is not forgiving at all. Right. So, you gotta hope that some of this stuff clicks fast because we need some of these guys to step in and step up. But SWA, I mean, if KO and Keyshawn Hall, like SWA would be right there at 3 in terms of MVP voting. I mean, kid's a freshman and coming out there and contributing like that, and you could tell there were moments. I remember this one in the first half that we all saw last year, just so beautifully always ran, where Janai would get the ball at top of the key, throw it to Cardwell for the alley-oop, and it was just beautiful. And Keyshawn Murphy got the ball at top of the key, threw it to the alley-oop to SWA, and he, like, didn't know that was going to come and, like, jumped late. And I was like, man, that's just like those little things that you got to think will come along throughout the year.
They just need time.
But it was good to have hoops back.
It's great to have freaking hoops back after the way this has gone.
That Final Four banner looked good up there, by the way.
Ooh, Ryan, you got to take some more pics for the Instagram. The folks need to see it.
Forgot to take a photo of that. It was beautiful.
I do it
All
next
right.
time.
What's
Good night,
the
Ryan.
chat saying? In the chat say anything?
Chip Lindsay, I think, said we're gonna get run out of the gym by Houston. Oh no, that was Chris Thomas. Houston will run us out of the gym if we play like this. Josh Lindsay just said this year's gonna be about upsets and big wins. That's all that matters. West Magnolia says we're a certified bubble team. Oh no.
Yeah, guys, welcome back to the bubble.
Welcome back, baby. Hey, listen, we made 4 years in a row of the NCAA tournament, and that is dang near impossible. If we make it 5 years in a row, we're in a great place as a program.
Yeah, it's crazy that we literally turned a whole roster over.
Yeah.
I had the picture that Jackson sent that was like, "Who are you guys?" The SpongeBob meme is so spot on to people who like maybe are just not tuning in for the first time.
That's where we're at. But listen, I think Sebastian Williams-Adams and Philip Jogic, I think they're going to know those names by the end of the season. I think those guys are going to eventually lock in.
And Elijah Freeman, like you could see flashes. You could see flashes. It's just their first time at this type of level. The dude was D2. So give him time.
Yeah. That's all he needs.
We'll see you, Ben.
Ryan, thanks for jumping in. War Eagle, brother.
See ya.